So, ladies and gentlemen, as we always do, we are playing a stupid game at the end. A lot of people only tune in for the stupid game, and if you want to see highlights of said stupid game, we spend ages making them. Go to the YouTube, like it, subscribe it, so other people can see our videos of said stupid game. And as we know, we always do a pun on the player's name. So this week, we will be sending legendary Tennessee Titans wide receiver KEVIN DYSON from 1 yard short video clips of players who landed 1 yard short. And he has to tell us what happens next in a game entitled Down at the One with KEVIN DYSON. So the first one we're looking at for people who are listening on the audio is 1993. A man named Leon Lett is chuntering towards the end zone in the Super Bowl, and we pause it. KEVIN DYSON, what happens next?
Leon let the ball go down BB. And I think he strips him for a touchback, Buffalo ball.
And that is 1-0. Leon did let the ball go. Don Beebe comes up behind and punches it out. Leon let that one go. Next video, we have 2020 Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf catches a Russell Wilson bomb all the way down to the 10, slows up. KEVIN DYSON, what happened?
That was that this year?
That was 2020. That was this year.
Did the ball get punched out or did he score? No, the ball got punched out.
The ball was punched out. 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. Trayvon Diggs, the rookie for the Cowboys, comes up, punches it out again. Memories of Leon Lett. We go to the third video. Here we are with the Eagles and the Cowboys again. Desean Jackson. People who are listening on the audio will know what happens here. Desean Jackson running towards the end zone, slowing up. Bit of showboating, and we pause it. Mr. Dyson, what happens at the 1?
I remember this one very well. And by the way, he did the same thing in the Army All-American game in high school.
He did. That's an extra point. Unbelievable knowledge.
The ball short.
Well, that's 4-0. I'm going to give you an extra point for that. This is ridiculous. Sweeping the board. The educator, Mr. KEVIN DYSON. Number 4, Brian Westbrook, sticking with the Eagles theme. Now, Mr. Westbrook in 2007 smashes through the, who is it? Dallas Cowboys again. It's always Eagles Cowboys. Smashes through the Cowboys offensive line. And what happens, Mr. Dyson? He is scot-free away to the end zone.
Is this when he did the backflip into the end zone?
It is not when he did the backflip. I didn't know about that, but we've dropped points here. So we have 4-1. What actually happens is Brian Westbrook goes through and takes a knee at the 1, infuriating fantasy owners. Because he would have got 16 points, would have got 20 points, but he got 16, sinking fantasy ships.
Doing the MJD.
Doing the MJD, taking a knee. So we're 4-1 as we go on to 2010. Seahawks again. Leon Washington, huge kick by the Panthers. Leon Washington turns on the Jets and returns it like a Music City miracle, if you will. How topical, thank you. Leon Washington gets to the 20 as we pause it. What happens, KEVIN DYSON?
Shoot, I'm trying to think. I think he scores, but I think he stumbled in and scored.
We've dropped another point.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the punter, Jason Baker, with a tackle out of nowhere. You're right, he does stumble all the way down to the 1, staring at the ceiling. How didn't he get in? What a familiar feeling. And finally, Mr. Malcolm Butler, Super Bowl 52. I'll be surprised if anyone gets this wrong. He's on the goal line. We've got a bit of a pick play. Ricardo Lockett comes in. We pause it. What happens? Mr. KEVIN DYSON.
We got a pick at the 1. That one, I know that one. I definitely know that one.
Because that had rumors of being the next sort of 1 yard short. Were you watching that live?
Yeah, I was, and that's one of those arguments. Should we give the ball to Marshawn Lynch? And
yeah, and if we want to replay that thing, we can actually see that Lynch was also open as a receiver in the top corner. So could have gone to Lynch on that throw as well.
Whichever way you wanted to go. But what actually happened was 1 yard short. And ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even keep track of the scores because you got that extra point and you absolutely smashed it. You're going through to the playoffs like the Titans in 1999. Mr. KEVIN DYSON, thank you so much for joining us on the NVL show. You've been an absolute gentleman, scholar, and legend.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for having me.